So, I'm not gonna lie, when I picked up this game, I expected it to be bad. Really, really bad. A game based on the Looney Tunes from the early 90s really seemed like a quick and easy cash grab in this new medium we now all know as gaming. Then again, what could possibly go wrong, right? This is the Retro Cave and welcome to In Retrospect. Let's be very clear about one thing. This game doesn't have a story. The story is Bugs Bunny gets an invitation to his own birthday, but along the way, all the other Looney Tunes characters get in his way. Then, when you finish the game, you see them all there waiting for you. Apparently, they're your friends, who try to kill you for fun. These characters serve as the bosses in the game, but since we've got to visit 6 worlds with 4 levels each, and each of those levels has a boss fight at the end, there are not nearly enough characters to go around, so you do end up seeing a lot of repeats. Some of them you actually have to fight, by which I mean you have to hit them with the hammer a couple of times. While other times you just have to kind of platform over them while they're really not a threat at all to you. To call the bosses inconsistent would be generous. I'd rather just call them kind of bad. With that, you also have a pretty good picture of the game itself. You can jump, and for some reason Bugs Bunny jumps really high, but still controls very stiff. I'm not sure why I don't like this. It could be characters like Luigi made me assume longer and higher jumps come with slippery characters. Or it could just simply be that those two things make natural sense together. Either way, it feels really awkward and takes some time to get used to. Then there is the hammer attack. This can be used to break certain types of blocks, attack enemies and fight some bosses with. You can also use it on the seesaw to get some even higher jumps. Best game ever. The strange part is when you get hit, you can't use the hammer during the invincibility frames, which, by the way, last way too long. To the point where you can actually either abuse it to literally skip platforming and run through spikes, or you're waiting until you can attack the boss again, which just ends up getting annoying. Altogether, the game controls decently. Once you get used to it, you should be able to play through it somewhat smoothly. The problem is the game is rather short. There is 6 worlds with 4 levels each, as I mentioned before. That makes a total of 24 levels, which are about 5 or so minutes long on average. Long story short, you can beat the entire game in well under an hour and a half. Faster if you know what you're doing. Usually, games around this time period would be very difficult to mask the fact that the games are actually very short, but this game is obviously aimed more so at small kids, and as a result is stupidly easy. You'll probably only die about 10 or 15 times throughout the whole game, and ending the game with 50 lives or over isn't just easy, it's rather likely. Every single level rewards you with a bonus stage at the end, which makes you play some kind of slot machines. One play costs 10 carrots, which you can collect in the levels themselves. And believe me, they're not very rare. So after every level you probably get to spin about 3 to 5 times, with an average of 1 or 2 lives per spin. You can see how this adds up very quickly. For some reason though, after the last level of each world you get a whack-a-mole style minigame, which is a lot more skill based and way more fun. Though I'm glad I didn't have to play this after every single level. A little bit of variety would have been nice. Let's talk some more about the carrots though. After you collect a carrot, the spot it used to be in is now a semi-solid block, meaning you can jump through it from the bottom and stand on top of them, making carrot collection not only useful but also mandatory in some cases. So you'll often make the levels themselves easier by collecting them, and then you get extra lives for getting them too. The balance is skewed a little bit too much towards getting lives instead of losing them if you ask me. But we shouldn't forget that this game is rather old, and honestly for its age, it looks and sounds pretty good. I mean, it's an NES, so yeah, it will sound a little, well, 8-bit. But the visual style of the game offers variety in not only looks, but also small gameplay elements, and it's all done wonderfully. So, in retrospect, is this game worth playing? Well, if you're really into old NES games and you want to play a short 2D platformer, or if you're a very big Looney Tunes fan, somehow, this game is worth picking up. Otherwise, I would advise you to keep looking for a better title, because this game, while not being bad, is nothing special either.